Hey, this is Jasmine. Today I want to talk to you about an oil that is a favorite of most of us who are with Young Living. It is called Valor. And as you can see, there are two different labels for Valor. And I want to tell you what the differences are. But before we go into these two, I want to tell you about some ingredients that's in this oil that makes this blend so beautiful. First of all, in the original Valor back in the 1990s, Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, he was going through a very stressful time in his life. So therefore, he was looking for something that could help him. And he was reading some document that came out from a university of, it's a Hebrew university, that they have some document about Roman soldiers. Apparently, the Roman soldiers have to go through a 3-day ceremony as part of a preparation for war. And in this ceremony, they have to take a bath in some oil-infused ingredients, including blue tansy, black spruce, and frankincense. So because of that information, Gary formulated this oil called Valor. And for many of us who does raindrop, who use Young Living for a long time, we know that we use Valor and it does uplift us and it encourages us into this really relaxing state where our body can come into an alignment. Our body can just relax and start be encouraged to face what we have to face. So that is the idea of Valor. And if you look into the original Valor, the ingredients that is very special in this oil is called rosewood. Rosewood is originated in South America. And back in the 1990s, 30 over years ago, when Gary first formulated Valor, he has rosewood and blue tansy as two of the main ingredients. However, then probably around 2015, 2016, around that time, the sources of blue tansy was in Quebec in Canada. And during that time, there was a huge snowstorm. And I remember that snowstorm because I was actually stuck in Chicago for a week. It's either O'Hare Airport in Chicago or Toronto Pearson Airport. They were closed differently. I was stuck there with really high snow, and when I came home, my whole garage door would not open because there was so much snow. But anyway, because of the snowstorm, the whole farm in Quebec was covered by snow, so we don't get black spruce for that year on the harvest. And finally, when black spruce came by, rosewood became an indigenous species, and we are no longer able to get rosewood. So in the last 10 years, Young Living had came up with Valor 2. It had came up with a different blending to replace the original Valor. And this Valor here is a replacement, and the ingredients in here has black spruce, camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, and geranium. Then last year, Young Living has a partner farm in Brazil, and they are able to grow rosewood. And now we have the original Valor that has black spruce, rosewood, blue tansy, and frankincense. So this bottle of Valor has the exact original ingredient that Gary has started formulating Valor back in the 1990s. This one here that we normally get in the last many years. So this one here has camphor, geranium, instead of the rosewood. So what is the difference? I'm going to walk with you what rosewood does, okay? So first of all, as you know, rosewood is originated in South America, and the rosewood that we get here is from a partner farm in Brazil. Rosewood has almost 95% alcohol. Now, I'm not talking about the alcohol that you drink, but the ingredients, the constituent of alcohol. And alcohol is energizing and is very toning. It also have 90% of linalool. Linalool is extremely relaxing, as well as it has some constituent called 1,8-cineol. Anything to do with the lung is really good when it has 1,8-cineol in it. So I just want to give you a brief idea. It's not a chemistry class. You could look up your chemistry book to get more information. But rosewood is generally known as a modifier and also as equalizer. So it helps modify. A lot of times we are in a rut, and a lot of times we're not able to be encouraged. We lost the zeal of moving forward because we need that modifier to help change our mindset. As well as it's an equalizer to help balance us. You know, sometimes you are just like, oh, you're so much to the extreme, you can't even come back to the median anymore, right? I know I do that. So as you can see, it's a lot of the protocol that we do. For example, the Feelings Kit, the Freedom Kit, the Reconnect Kit, the Raindrop Kit. All these different protocols always include Valor. Because Valor gives us the encouragement, the alignment, the modifying, the equalizing that we need, the energizing, and the relaxation that we need before we begin to face the day. Just like the Roman soldiers, they took a 3-day ceremony to prepare for war. What is this, the war? Back then in the war, you will probably be injured really bad, and most of them will probably not make it, right? So you need a lot of courage to face that. And the rosewood in here has the basic constituent that gives us the equalizing, the modifying ingredients to help us. If you look into rosewood, there are 3 main things that it does. The first one is appeasing to the mind. The second one is relaxing to the body. The third one is create a feelings of peace and gentleness. In my mind, other than the Word of God, this supports our mind, body, and soul. Appeasing to the mind, a lot of things that happens because of what is in here. We constantly create. How do we create? It starts off with what you think is in the mind. Unfortunately, with everything that's in the news, everything that we see nowadays, a lot of information that's pumped into us, it blocks our mind. It creates a very negative effect in our mind. So we almost need something in the cellular level into our cell to help support appeasing to the mind. And Valor can help us in the cellular level in that. It's also relaxing to the body. I mean, if I ask for a show of hand, many people will have a lot of issues with the body. But of course, that's got to do with many connections, right? So hopefully by using Valor, it also helps relax your body. Well, it also creates a feeling of peace and gentleness. This feeling is very much into the soul. We feel it. And gentleness, kindness, peace is what we really need to face the world. So once again, this is the original Valor. It is the same price with this Valor that we can get. So make sure you type in original Valor and start enjoying this. How do you use it? Just put a few drops in your non-dominant hand. Okay, and then you use your dominant hand and circulate 3 times clockwise. And then after that, you could apply it to anywhere that you want. The bottom of the feet is a good place to do, okay? Brainstem is good. The back of neck, where the mastoid bone, which is the bone that's sticking up behind your ears, is a very good place. Around the temple, all along your forehead. Now, you go from the left brain to the right and the right brain to the left. Is a very good way to rejuvenate your brain, because you bring the past to the future and the future to the past, from conscious to the subconscious and the subconscious to the conscious, to the creative to the logical and the logical to the creative, in so many levels, okay? Do that, and then also You could breathe it in deeply. Oh, I just love using Valor. I hope you will enjoy this oil. Don't leave your bedroom without putting Valor on yourself and see what it could do for you. Take care.